What's up, boys? It's Ivory here. Today's video, we're continuing the little mini series. Uh, so I saw in the video, saw in the comments that people wanted Mihawk and Jozu. Since I did do a video on Jozu prior, like that comparison video, I decided I'm gonna do Mihawk. So show my boy Mihawk some love. So let's go on how you build Mihawk. So this is basically how my Mihawk is right now. This is not the final build that I have for him, but it's what I got based on my luck, and that's what we're rocking. So let's look at Mihawk skill. Attack highest, attack target, deal 259% damage, 100% chance to reduce that target's attack, 30% chance. And as you know, when he gets this, it's he attacks additional 2 random targets. So basically, he's attacking 3 targets, dealing 60% damage. So deal 60% more damage. So the way I looked at this and decided I should build my Mihawk for his first Haki. I usually would have went with combo on the first one. But since I didn't want to destroy this, like reset it and then try to find combo, I just kept it until I got him to 10 star. So I usually would have went with combo for the first one, just for the simple fact that combo, even though the percentage says, what does it say? It says 20%, right? What we have tested and now know to our knowledge, me and my friends, is that if it's a AOE attack, it's 20% per character. So him attacking 3 random targets, he has a chance to do that again, even if it's 80%. The best thing about that is the debuff. That's really why you will want combo on a character like Mihawk, and just for the simple fact that when you look at Mihawk and Zoro's more of a damage DPS, where Mihawk, he's like a buff and a purge character, just for the simple fact that if you use him in Sanctuary, he won't really take you up there in the ladder of Sanctuary, just for the simple fact that he does good damage, but it never really seems like enough. In getting to that is his second skill, his AOE skill, the slash attack. The best thing about this is units attack. No, it says units attack, but they really mean himself. His attack and his speed going up. That's the best thing about this. So with him getting this every game, you don't have to worry about putting the attack or skill damage or extra damage Haki on. So or the speed Haki. So that's something you're free to not worry about. Because Mihawk does that for himself. So having those Haki on will be pretty useless, to be honest with you. Especially since this skill doesn't activate since at the second turn. I mean, the Haki's nice, but it goes away where this skill doesn't unless it gets purged. And if the enemy has any buff, he has a higher chance. He has a chance to purge all the target's buffs. So also having combo on AOE. So combo works real well just for the simple fact that both his skills are basically AOE, even though the first one is 3 targets, and so they have a chance of attacking again, and purging all buffs is real nice. And just that simple fact that he ignores defense, so that 150% damage he has is basically going up, which makes him like one of the best AOE attackers in this game. A way to stack that damage, penetration Haki, ignore 10% targets, defense, yes, those stack. Another thing that I have my Mihawk right now that I actually like about him, the way he's built, is with my relics. Even though these aren't the ideal, what I definitely on the character, especially any DPS, what you're looking for on your main stats is attack or defense. But bonuses for my Mihawk, I'm gonna change this one. But bonuses for building a Mihawk when you're looking at them, any AOE character in general, actually, what you really do want some crit rate on that. Just for the simple fact that you're gonna get combo and penetration for his Haki. What you really are looking for in his ruins, you might be looking for crit just for him to do more damage, since AOE characters though they attack everybody, their damage is what severely lacking compared to a character like Zoro or Whitebeard. That's the one um, con about AoE characters. Uh, Mihawk doesn't really need speed. Him going first would be nice though, just for the purse to actually kick in. Um, when you're looking at what else you would want on a rune for a character like Mihawk, mm, nah, I wouldn't say double crit. You could have, in my opinion, you could have extra damage on if it's on a ruin. I would take it if it's on a ruin, but not as Haki. So just the extra damage, just to like I said, his damage is gonna get buff, and the attack just to make his attack stronger. But in my opinion, the crit and extra damage would be nice on ruins. If you look at my Mihawk right now, his crit rate is 29.5%, and that's without taking into effect of this extra 17% crit rate that he has. Because I checked earlier, if I take this ruin off, I go check, it's still the same amount. The crit damage is 181. Put the ruin back on. Bada bada. So when it comes to building relics, Mihawk's one of those characters where you can decide to go full or half and half. It's the same. It's really the same thing with a lot of AOE characters, in my opinion. Just like I said earlier, AOE characters are attacking everybody, so the chance of them critting is high, real high. So that's why I went with the crit rate relic on him, because I know his crit rate is going to be high. I went with the attack just to still give him some attack there. When you're going for your substats, I know you don't have a choice on what you get sometimes, but what you're really looking for is the attack percentage. If you were to give something like this, HP, attack, take that. You would also be looking for crit rate, especially if you're going to be rocking. If you're using, the only time I say look for crit rate, if you're using the crit relic, like that's the only time I say look for crit rate, attack, and sometimes crit damage. My goal for this Mihawk is to get his crit rate to 50%. That way, basically, crit is 50-50. So he's going to be doing a lot of crit. And then with the crit damage that he's going to be putting in, he's going to be doing more damage. That's the reason I say that is because when I look at AoE characters, their damage really isn't buff unless it's by crit. And then also looking at, like I said earlier, looking at Mihawk's, the fact that he's boosting his self attack. If I'm looking at that and then I'm giving him crit at that as well, that's definitely gonna make him a beast when it comes to the damage he's doing. Also, if you pair him with somebody like Wano Law, who boosts the crit of teammate, and you're giving him all that crit, he's basically gonna crit every skill. So that's definitely one way to look at how you build your Mihawk. As a DPS, you can just for the simple fact that he has all these stuff in his he has all these factors in his skills where he's gonna purge, he's gonna buff himself. He basically doesn't need he's not gonna need anything else but damage. That's the only thing I think he's lacking as a DPS, in my opinion, the damage. So taking all that into consideration, that's how I think Mihawk should be built. What's that? That's cool. Just a little. I don't know what that was. That was cool though. Just a little video. If you would like to see anybody else next, let me know in the comments. But thank you for watching. I'm out.